So, see that dude back there, wherever he's at. There we go. This guy. There's a guy back there. That's Metzger. Metzger's rented from me for years. He's worked for me off and on for years. And he's helping me work on some of this stuff. I got too much junk. So, let's meet Metzger. He's helped me for years. Hi, Metzger.
Hello.
So what Metzger's doing today is he's pulling the valve covers. So see the difference in the darkness. Somebody's done a head gasket on that head. When I had my shop and we would do them, we would always do both heads. So that's, I don't particularly care for just doing the one like that, but we'd always do both of them. So I'm having Metzger do it. We're going to adjust the valves. You can definitely hear the valves chattering in this thing. It's the J35 IV Tech. So this van should be pretty solid once we get it together. I think the plugs are pretty nasty, you said?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we'll show you the plugs. Where's the plugs? Give me a plug. Alright, so Metzger's going to show us a spark plug here. Get some light on him. Yeah. And they all look that bad?
Mm-hmm.
So that's Metzger.
Definitely.
Yeah. So he's changing all the grommets and all the gaskets and all that, getting everything ready. So this will be one of the finance cars. I think the transmission fluid in these is, the only way it's serviceable is if you disassemble it. I don't know what that involves, but so we're not going to do that. We're just going to probably see if we can't drain it and just refill it. So it's a finance car. I don't really want to do that, but I don't want to invest. So let's say we invest, let's say it's a 2-day event. I don't know if it is or not. It might be a 30-minute event. I don't know. But let's say it's a 2-day event. We do that. Metzger helps me, or Metzger does it. He's done this whole thing himself. Let's say he does it or I do it, or we both end up working on this thing. Whatever time, labor, material I end up with it, and we finance it. Somebody drives it out on the highway and just gets T-boned and destroys it. So whatever I just spend is go. So, and this was leaking oil. So it's one of those things we could get to everything right here, and we'll at least know it's going to be able to keep the oil in it. Who's to say the transmission doesn't already slip once you drive it a bunch? Who knows? It's a risk we take. For what I got in it, as long as it does okay for a little while, I think I'll be able to at least recoup my money at the minimum. And so we'll go from there. But what I want to work on, I'm going to take this windshield out of this thing. This Joe's got some, if you can see in the camera, but there's like a BB, there's a spot, there's a crack right there. I don't know if you can see the crack, but there's another place or two over there, but it's definitely got some spots in it. So what you use, we're taking the windshield out, there's this tool right there, and I didn't know, I've never took a windshield out before, but I went and had mine done at Safelite actually, and they done a really good job. And I went in and they showed me, you know, where the previous place had installed it and they had missed, you know, gluing it. And so the dude was like, I'm surprised it wasn't leaking on you. So I asked him, you know, I told him that I was going to take one out for something out of project. He showed me a tool, and I went to Harbor Freight, picked this thing up. So it's like an angle on there on the end, and that goes under the windshield. And you got the little handle, and you hold it and you pull it, and it just cuts the seal all the way around. Pretty nifty, and it comes with an extra blade. The one I got, it's like 14 bucks. So if you're planning on pulling a windshield out, why pay? I think they said they charge 150 bucks to come down and pull it out. I got $14 and some change or something in it. Do it myself. So we'll see. But all right, here we go. So all right, we're gonna give this a shot. If you hear some mumbling carrying on over there, that's Metzger. Metzger's mumbling and carrying on over there. So, all right. So Metzger called it a day. He got as far as he could before it got too late on him, so he's already gone. But I've been working on this windshield a little bit off and on through the day. I had to go make some errands and run some errands and whatnot. But so what I got is I've got the whole top where it will. I can actually get this in. So the top is actually loose pretty much all the way to the corners. And then I've dug the seal out of the bottom. So what I'm working on is digging the seal out of the sides. So I figured this thing out a little bit so it actually works. Kind of digging the sides out. And then the bottom, I dug out the seals here. If it's a painted car you're doing, be careful because it wants to rub on everything on the sides of these blades. And then I've got it, you know, where it's getting up pretty good in the bottom here. But what I'm going to do is end up having to go inside, I think. Try to get a spot where it's all the way through. And I have to get a wire and make like a saw with a handle on each side, somebody on the inside, somebody on the outside. And so we'll like kind of saw it all the way around, then it should be good to go. But this thing, all I've been able to do is just finally peel the seal out of it. Like I say, I'll go inside, which I've already done that side, and go inside and work it down this side. I'll have the bottom, I have the dash and everything out, so I can actually get in the bottom. In my opinion, would I say that somebody should do this on their own? If you've not done this before, and the car's painted, pay the money, just have somebody change the windshield, because this, you'll end up scratching your car. And if the windshield, you're going to reuse the windshield for whatever reason, pay the money, because you're going to end up cracking the windshield. Ask me how I know. You know, and I tried not to, but you know, I've not watched any videos. I've not, you know, researched this at all. I had the guy at the place tell me, you know, I could use this. And I remember now, he did tell me that I would have to get the string to go under the windshield. So where this will lift up, I can actually push it through here. I'm just trying to get all the seal out of it I can before we do that. So that's the last we got to try to saw through. So this is just a starter tool. You'll end up needing some type of wire to get under it. But all right, here we go. Alright, so I finally got it out. I had a corner stuck. Well, just about all the corners were stuck. This one not so bad, but the other three were pretty bad. I ended up just using the tool that I had. Took a couple of screwdrivers. Once I got most of it up, I took a screwdriver here and there and kind of wedged under just to hold it up to where I could see kind of where it needed to be took or cut loose or whatever. So got that part. Only bleeding on one place, but actually it was the metal over there on that side that got me. But yeah, that's it. About an hour and a half it took me. So it's out. I had some phone calls. I'd work on it a little bit, and then kind of back and forth. But hour and a half maybe. And I set it off by myself. So you can do this by yourself. It's just going to be time consuming and some hard work. It actually was pretty difficult as far as the effort I had to give, So, but all right, it's out. Here we go. That's how far Metzger got. He's got to finish putting the front valve cover on, the intake, hooking all that back up, and then we'll be done with this. We may go ahead and flush the transmission. I don't know yet. I guess the Honda Odysseys have a transmission on the automatics. You have to like disassemble it, partly disassemble it or whatever to change the filter. I don't know what that involves. That's what I called AutoZone today to get some transmission fluid and a filter, and they said it was a notation on it. It said you have to partial disassemble, whatever. I'm not gonna deal with it. But yeah, we should be done with that. Figure out tomorrow what we're gonna do about the transmission fluid and start cleaning it up. It'll be a finance car. All right, here we go. All right, everybody, thanks for watching our video. Thanks for watching all of our videos. The 240, we kind of slowed down on it. I've got court Friday, today's Monday. I gotta get some stuff to my lawyer tomorrow. I've been going to the chiropractor, my back's been bothering me. Got some parts coming in for the BMW. We'll get to that soon, I hope. The 240, got the windshield out of it. We'll see about getting a roll cage and then start working on the interior a little bit, maybe try to get some of that knocked out. I talked to my exhaust guy. He said he would, if I got it in and got it tacked in or whatever, he would weld it out. I talked to another guy that does TIG welding. He's really good. He wasn't interested in doing it right now. He's got stuff going on. Other than that, those couple of people, if I take it to a shop or something, I'm going to be waiting months and months, I guess, on it. Paint and body, I really don't know where I'm going with that. I've emailed some people on the wiring harness. I don't know if I'm going to go with this factory harness or not. I'm looking at some options actually. There is a couple of options on these wiring harnesses for the 240. I'm going to keep everything situated and all that wiring harness separated until time. I may have to put it together. I don't know just yet. But until I figure out something, I'm going to hang on to it because I have it all marked. I have it all separated to where I can pick back up with it if I don't end up with one of those wiring harnesses. Still got some ECU stuff that I've got to come up with. Still waiting on the machine shop. The machinist is going on vacation next week. I don't even know that he started on my motor. That's okay. That's buying me time to do some other things. I'm kind of just tinkering with it. I think I'm going to possibly start dropping the rear end and the whole rear subframe and all that, fuel tank, all that, start cleaning out the fuel tank, cleaning up the rear subframe, changing the bushings. Yeah, just keep moving forward. I'm working on some more parts for this thing. Maybe some more machine parts with our name on it, our logo, our brand, and maybe some suspension parts. I'm trying to make some decisions here. So I'm being kind of pushed to do that because the hold up on the machine shop on the motor, and it's not really a hold up. They're busy, it's race season. It's not really holding me up per se. There's a lot of other things I can do. I just don't want to get too far away from the engine bay until I guess, in progress, I guess, which I'm hung up on a paint guy anyway, so really wouldn't matter. And I don't have all the parts for the head. I don't have the valves and the cams and all that, so still don't have a oil pump, and some other things. I mean, there's a lot that I can still do. Just got to do them. Got to start writing stuff down, figuring out what's next, what's on the list. I don't want to do something and then have to undo it because I didn't buy or install a part at the time. So I need to get a more of a grasp on, you know, how I want to do it and what direction I want to go with certain things. I'm just kind of winging it at this point. So, but all right. Thanks for watching, guys. All right, here we go.
I'm feeling high.